In a distracted world, getting ahead in business is easier than it's ever been. After coaching more than 300 entrepreneurs in peak performance, I realized there's 5 core habits anyone can do that will guarantee you get ahead of 99% of your competitors. And no, it does not involve changing anything within your business, but rather changing how you think, execute, and perform. Welcome back. I'm Castillo, founder of Selfmastered Performance Institute for Founders. We help you scale without overwhelm, procrastination, and burnout. Well, today's first habit is called strategic prioritization. It is arguably the most important thing you could ever do to get better results. Because the average entrepreneur is constantly overwhelmed, tending to too many priorities at once and not really knowing what to prioritize and why. So just by isolating the most important thing you could be working on for the next 12 weeks, you're already going to have a massive advantage over the average person who has no idea what should be focused on. And here's how you do it the elite founder way. Find the most pressing issue in your business right now, the things that disturbs you the most, the things that keeps you awake at night. Let's say you have low lead flow. So you have a lead flow problem that is a marketing problem, or your operations are an absolute mess, or you are missing a key hire. Whatever that is, find that root problem. Think about it right now. What is the thing that matters most to you? You got it? Well, then what you do is that you flip it in order to find what is the most important priority for you for the next 12 weeks. If you have a lead flow problem, your number one priority is to create a reliable, replicable marketing system. If your operations are a mess, you most likely need to hire a COO or project manager. Whatever the problem is, you know how to flip it in order to find the most important thing you could be focused on. The thing that when mastered will make everything else easier. Knowing how to find the root cause of growth and keeping that the main thing is a core competence of elite founders. It's very simple to understand, but very hard to do because we as humans, we are not wired to focus on just one thing. We're wired to focus on 1,000 different things just for the sake of survival. But counterintuitively, the less we do, the better we are able to do it. So that is habit number 1. Prioritize like an elite founder. Habit number 2 is raise your awareness. And this one is crucial because your brain has a neurobiological mechanism that filters in information according to what you commit to. So if you commit to one specific priority for the next 12 weeks and you consistently seek to raise your awareness, you start filtering in every piece of information that actually aligns with the goal. So back to this example, let's assume that you absolutely need to create a reliable marketing system. That is the number one priority for you this quarter. Well, you raise your self-awareness by consistently learning to meditate and reflect upon the things that you should be focused on. The absolute priority, nothing else. The more you do this neurobiological mechanism called the RAS, reticular activating system, which from the 1950s already, we know it is the gatekeeper to our consciousness, will help you filter in every piece of information that is relevant to you. So every, YouTube video that can help you sharpen your Facebook ad buying skills, it can bring to your attention new copywriting books you've never heard about that will help you create better ads. It will put you in contact with grow marketing conferences where you can meet people on the same journey, and so on and so forth. But you have to train this because, as I said in the beginning, the average entrepreneur is tending to too many things, permanently distracted, and never really takes hold of their awareness. So step number 2 is to raise your awareness. And the best habit for this is meditation. The more you meditate, the more you wake up to the fact that you have automatic thoughts, emotions, and behaviors that you can control because they're not you. So when you are tempted, getting distracted by going after something that is not aligned with the priority, you catch yourself, you let that go, and you recommit to just doing the thing you identify as the number one thing you should be focused on. And that is habit number 2. Habit number 3 is crucial. Habit number 3 is about mastering your tenacity or your willpower. Turns out that recent research in neuroscience tells us there's a specific area of the brain called the anterior mid-cingulate cortex that basically becomes stronger every time we do something we do not like. Every time we lean into voluntary discomfort, that area of the brain grows in size. So over time, we can become incredibly tenacious and develop insane willpower just by consistently getting into the habit of doing things that suck every day. Already William James, the father of American psychology at the end of the 19th century, said that everyone should do a couple of things they hated every day just for the sake of practice. He already was onto something. The more we lean into voluntary discomfort, the more we train our brains to delay gratification, which is one of the #1 lead indicators of success in life. The more you can resist temptations and do the things you know you need to do, even if you don't feel like doing it, the better you become, right? So habit number 3 is to do something I call micro sucks every single day. Things you don't look forward on doing. That can be things as simple as a cold shower. It can be writing if you don't like writing. It can be running if you don't like running. It can be swimming. It can be anything that gets you out of your comfort zone that you wouldn't like to do. That is crucial, right? So that is habit number 3. Before I tell you habit number 4, if you've seen any value in the video, like, subscribe, and send it to a friend so we can help more entrepreneurs like you become elite founders that can scale without any procrastination, overwhelm, and burnout. Habit number 4 is something I call ring fencing, and is the absolute best way to train your focus. There, I said it. I invented this word, invented this method, and I'm going to prove to you why this is the absolute best way of managing your attention. See, the human body goes through ebbs and flows, natural cycles during the day and during the night. During the night, we call them sleep cycles. During the day, we call them circadian rhythms. Long story short, that is a 90-minute period in which your energy peaks and then you go through a thaw. Why is this relevant? Because if you are able to align a focus session with a natural cycle, you can push up to 90 minutes the upper bounds of your focus ability. And that allows you to get a lot more done than if you, for example, did the Pomodoro technique, which you should now know it does not work. So the best way to train elite focus to the point of being 7 to 8 to even 10 hours every single day in a deep state of focus and even access flow states is through the ring fencing method. And here's how you do it. You create a 90-minute window within your day and you select one specific task or group of tasks that have the same cognitive kind of load. So let's say that you're going to devote that 90 minutes to writing one report or recording videos or doing emails. But again, we have to choose tasks that have the same cognitive load. You choose one task or one set of tasks. You set a hypothesis. So I'm going to finish a 1,500 word article within the next 90 minutes. You set a timer. You just Google timer and put timer, and then you're off to the races. What this is going to do is going to trigger a flow state very quickly, because by having a very clear objective, you're targeting a flow trigger called clear goals. By using a timer, you're targeting high consequences, which the alignment of both is going to help you access a flow state, which is that non-ordinary state of consciousness in which you feel your best and perform your best. And you can get done in 90 minutes what most people will never achieve in one day. I can guarantee that. Now, is this enough? Well, not, because this is very taxing for the brain. Accessing a flow state and getting to deep focus has a huge neurological imprint in the brain. There's a lot of neurochemicals that get secreted and you get tired. So habit number 5 is mastering your energy. And you do this by having 30-minute rest and recovery protocols within your day, typically after every 90-minute work session, in which you let your brain encode the information he just learned and rest and relax the nervous system. Most people never do this the right way. They're consistently operating at like 40 and 50% capacity, not truly focusing at 100% ever. And that leads to a state called linearity, in which stress gets built up in the brain and the body and eventually leads to overwhelm and eventually burnout. The alternative, which is what elite founders, elite performers do, what I teach them is called oscillation, which is you are 100% on during the ring fence session and then 100% off, totally off computer, and you do protocols that help you remove the stress that you have accumulated. Those protocols can be going for a walk, meditating, stretch, deep breathing, things that do not overexcite your brain. So do not look at your phone, do not waste time on TikTok, right? So those are the top 5 habits anyone can do that are guaranteed to take your business to the next level and help you outcompete 99% of entrepreneurs. If you want to learn more about elite performance, check this video here because we'll go 3 levels deeper about how much more elite you can become at performance. See you in the next video.